Jessica, I heard we're watching a wolf movie.
And you seem appropriately dressed for it.
I'm letting out my inner wolf.
Ooh.
Whenever will I have an excuse to wear this hat? And I have 2 more. I love cosplay, and I bought these a long time ago, and being silly, I would wear them sometimes, and it was very appropriate today, I think. We're watching Wolf Children. I have not seen it, but I'm taking the title literally.
If you're going to make guesses, that's a solid one.
Shall we get into it?
Let's do it.
Looks like Peach-on.
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 The man she fell in love with was also a wolf.
Oh. What?
Hence,
Wolf Children.
Wolf Children.
You know, it's an anime, so it's
It doesn't have to be an anime to do that.
It doesn't have to be, but
I watched 7 seasons of Buffy.
Okay, never mind. I'm just like, she married a wolf. Oh, and he's a nice guy.
So, what do you do for fun? And what are your
love this.
favorite foods?
It's so cute.
Have you ever, fallen in love before?
Wait your turn.
The easy questions.
Why were you named?
Yeah, heavy.
Curious, huh? The day I was born, my dad noticed a cosmos flower blooming in the backyard. Nobody
Cosmos?
had planted it. It just popped up. That's why he named me Hana, because it means flower. He wanted me to smile all the time, just like that cosmos did. That way, whenever things were tough, I could give life my best smile and get through it.
It's like the lighting's very realistic.
I like this style that's very loose, too.
Every apartment is like its
Me
own
too.
little world inside. Some families have money, some don't. 5 people live in that one, and they're just 2. Some are full of kids, others all old folks.
I do love this. It's not rotoscoping animation, but it kind of reminds me like
Yeah, the
animation
the
they would
movement
draw over.
feels a little bit like it, yeah.
Keep them shut.
no peeking.
Peek a little bit.
She barely knows the sky. Close your eyes.
Looking, okay?
Oh, it's gonna more. Ooh.
Ugh. That is unpleasant looking.
Wow, he just turns into a wolf.
It's Legoshi. Legoshi. Don't know if you watch Beastar.
No. But I know of it, actually. Yeah, the main wolf guy.
Are you leaving me?
Oh, she actually slept with him?
She did.
What?
Oh no, as a wolf man.
What?
Because it's you.
You know, we all have a type. And if you find each other, you find each other.
Is that his, like, true form? Hey, whatever.
Her beloved
Whatever makes you happy, I guess.
was a descendant of the Honshu wolf, which went extinct about 100 years ago. He was the only one left who carried both wolf and human blood in his veins.
That's a clever use of a Collins glass.
Yeah. I was saying the same thing.
It is called
Wolf Children! Oh,
Aww.
it's so cute. Oh, what did he do? He caught something. Oh, he
Got a
did.
pheasant.
No, seriously. Do I have to pluck it and cook it? Can he do it? Oh, he did.
He's taking care of it for her.
Wow.
The music is doing some wonderful work here with like the
The
emotion.
emotions, yeah.
Yeah.
I really feel it. And the constant singing, like we constantly hear it throughout the entire movie so far. Or most of it. And then they have another one, because children.
It's plural. Yes.
Or more, it's been two. Oh, yep.
Following spring, my little brother was born.
Uh,
It was raining.
Eric, give the girl a break. Or these are the 2 kids.
That's not him. No
It was
way!
him. We'll never know what Dad was thinking that day.
Holy crap, are you
Maybe he was heeding
serious?
the call of the wild. Instinct driving him out into the rain to hunt down fresh meat for his newborn and his mate.
Oh my god!
God.
Oh my god, they just bagged him! Are you serious? And she can't even explain it to them.
Jeez.
Oh, this is just the worst. That is so sad. Oh my god, so early on too. Look what the heck happened to him. Well, this started off as a wonderful, beautiful love story.
Just be patient. Food now! Look, I'm sorry, but... Food now!
Oh!
She said I
Oh.
changed into a wolf whenever I got cranky. A lot, according to her. Okay, forget patient. You can have one biscuit, all right?
Oh my god, this is so cute.
Oh no.
My god. Living with wolves.
Our getting sick was a conundrum. Yuki?
Uh-oh. Oh.
Yuki, what are you... Yuki?
Oh.
Oh.
Cried, and then where do you go? Oh my god! Really? I would go to the normal hospital.
Should you take me to a pediatrician or a vet? It was anyone's guess.
My 2-year-old just
Human.
ate the insides of a silica packet. Yes, a few times. No blood. I mean, I didn't see any. Look, I don't even know what silica is. I'm just afraid that it's toxic. Huh? How's her appetite?
Can I have a snack?
Okay, good.
So you're saying she's gonna be okay?
So many times
Maui.
she wished she had asked Dad how he'd made it through his wolf childhood in one piece. I want to walk.
Yuki,
I want to walk.
you just got over being sick, baby. Remember?
I want to walk.
But tuck your ears in first.
It's so cute.
That's a good girl.
Don't allow pets in this building.
I love you.
Period. How many times do I have to tell you?
Oh no.
I don't have any.
I wasn't born yesterday, girl. I've heard them many a time. If you can't abide by the rules here, you're going to have to find another place to live. It's that simple.
I would tell her that my kids love to play wolf
Yes,
and howl.
that's
Yes,
what I,
ma'am. We're here about your son and daughter, Ame and Yuki, right?
Hear about them? Why?
Ma'am, according to agency records, your kids have never been vaccinated or even once been to a doctor. Care to explain this? Well,
I don't know what kind of
Actually,
vaccines.
For your concern.
we'd like to see them for ourselves in order to gauge their well-being.
I'm very sorry, but
Be
that's not...
reasonable. It wouldn't take but a minute and we'll be out of your hair before you know it, all right?
Can't come barging in
If you
here.
refuse to cooperate with us, we'll have no choice but to assume neglect.
Just leave us alone.
look at how cute they are.
I know they are cute.
See, there's a bunch of like abandoned houses in the Japanese countryside that you can apparently get for free if you live there for so many years.
Really?
Yeah, because they're trying to get people to move out to the country.
Wow.
There's a cute little house in the village. I think
I'll
you'll...
take it. This is the one I want.
It is?
Where are we, Mom?
Oh my god, they're
This
gonna
is
have
our
so
new
much
home.
fun. As long as there's no
Yeah.
dangers around. Bear.
They're the danger.
Yeah.
You're locked in there with them.
Look it! I'm a cricket little hand!
Cat's gonna have a heart attack.
Aww,
It's looking nice.
I know. I feel like those bandages would be the least of her worries in this place.
Yeah. And the kids are very happy for the most part. That's good.
I love that everything she does, she's just like, I'm just gonna learn how to do it.
Yuki, Ame, the two of you being wolf children is our little secret, okay?
Okay.
If you turn into wolves around people, it'll surprise them too much. No matter what, you need to be sure never
I love
to
the
do
drawings.
that. Can you promise
That's
Mommy
great.
that?
I promise.
Scratches, you'll be fine.
Mommy's gotta learn to be tough.
Yuki,
Am I gonna be okay?
you'll be fine, I promise.
If a wild boar ever messed with me, I'd beat it up.
Jesus, kid.
And a
Protect your
mountain dog and
brother.
a monkey. But I wasn't a big fraidy cat. They ran off when I barked at him, so I chased him. And then I peed all over him to show him his
Don't
boss.
forget, dear. You promised that you'd be nice to all the animals that you meet.
Yeah, but
For Daddy.
okay.
I won't pee on him anymore.
I know, she's not even,
Fine again.
like, reacting to that.
Girl.
Careful! I know, a little dangerous. Is that poisonous? Jeez.
It's really coming down, huh?
Can I help you?
Here, these'll help.
Oh, it's a lady from the store. Is that her?
Yeah, I think so.
These are the kind you're supposed to plant, aren't they?
Dad would burst a blood vessel if he heard you ate him. Don't you mind what he says about you and your tomatoes. He barks a lot, but he's harmless.
I didn't mean to get him all riled up.
Hey, you kids.
Oh, they're shy.
Maybe they'll give you tips.
You're gonna have to dig it up a lot better than that.
He's gonna give you grumpy tips.
Yeah.
You're just
Just
walking
walking,
around.
that's
When
it.
you're done, dig this part up.
Doesn't that seem like a bit much? I don't think the kids and I can eat that many potatoes.
What are you, deaf?
Right.
Right, whatever you say, I guess.
There's a reason.
Do that all by hand. All I could think of was like, there's like stuff for this that isn't just a hoe.
I know. She'll do anything for her kids, like.
I know.
The soil's not gonna be moist enough.
Yeah, it is. You can water them all you like after you put them in the ground.
Not if you want them to grow.
Oh, I'm so happy they're helping.
I know.
But don't overdo it or you'll get bugs.
That shows what you know. More's better.
Maybe that's
They're
where
best
your grapes
friends.
never grow worth a darn.
Don't listen to this whole goat if you want to grow anything.
You're one to talk.
What'd you say?
Yeah, you heard me.
You know they do this all the time.
It's made from charcoal smoke and chicken manure. It's a homemade way to keep pests out of your garden.
You really shouldn't have gone to all this trouble.
Charcoal,
I
smoke,
hope
and
what's
chicken
dropping in
manure.
unannounced like this isn't too much
In a
of
bottle.
bother. It's
Don't put that in the refrigerator.
Land is hard if you're not used to it. Go.
the irrigation.
I feel like they were
is
waiting to
bad,
see
and
if
we
she
get a lot
would
of
like
snow.
stick around before they put out feelers. She's a lot.
Yep.
Oh, you and your doggy's clothes match. That is just adorable.
Attention to detail.
Yuki, adorable.
Oh, she did it again.
And this is why you can't go to preschool.
Yes. Oh, look, even carrying that, they took off their shoes.
Hey, all I know is that he told everyone to look out for you, Hannah.
Aww, he
Oh, that
likes
is
her.
so sweet.
Aww, cutie pies.
Aw. Freedom. I wish your dad could be with them. Woo! That's kind of fun. Get the
That is.
perspective.
POV.
Yeah. Oh no, Mama!
Oh no!
Big snowball! Woo! I just keep it up. And then you gotta go home.
Oh, the music too is so beautiful. It's like triumphant.
Oh, they're all howling. You just killed the fish. Uh-oh.
He does a kingfisher. My limited bird knowledge tells me.
Oh, God! Oh, in the freezing water. Can you swim? Oh, crap. Thank God. No, they still have to go all the way home.
His sister get him?
Oh, I thought it was... Oh, it was her! That makes more sense.
Open your eyes, Ame!
Holy cow.
Just open your eyes!
Gonna warm them up.
No, my baby!
I wasn't scared because I felt like I could do anything. So I creeped up on it. And it didn't even know I was there because I was a wolf. And then I caught it.
Looks like his color's coming back.
Yeah, it is. He's getting less gray.
Crying. How come Yuki and me are all wet?
Alright.
Yeah,
Hot
change back into
cocoa,
wolves.
fire, dry.
She
Yes.
said it felt like
Her.
her heart had stopped. But for Ame, that day was an awakening. His timid nature melted away. Here!
Aw, she's friends.
Morning, I saved you a seat! Thanks.
Nice to meet you. I'd like to ask something if I may. My
Goodness
little boy here
sense.
is a wolf child, but then the wolf who was his father passed away. I'm a good mother, but when it comes to raising wolf children, I'm kind of in the dark here. When you were learning to be a wolf,
Does it understand her?
Yeah, I think it's just a wolf. I don't think it's a person.
But I can talk, you don't know.
half of himself.
So, what are you keeping in your treasure box? Ready?
Oh no, it's gonna be dead. It's gonna be dead animals. Oh my god!
Mummified lizards and the bones of small animals. And that, I was very much alone.
He's gonna have a harder time.
Yeah.
He's gonna change.
She's so outgoing and he's so introverted.
Aww. Yeah, that's right. Stand up for him. Oh, she just walks away. I like this. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is nice.
Sliding
the way
over.
that- as they get to third grade.
Make him feel at home. Go ahead
Uh-oh.
and introduce yourself.
Crush time.
Zoe,
Ah.
nice to meet you. So, at your house, do you have dogs?
How come?
Because you kind of smell like you do.
Oh, thanks.
No, we don't.
For real? I was sure you had a dog at home, or something like that.
Must be a strong smell.
Hey, let me ask you. Do you smell that?
Smell what? What is it?
Is he a
Guess I just
dog too?
imagined it.
Or a wolf? Good sense of smell.
Oh man.
See, she's never thought of that before.
Time for
All
the
these
self
new insecurities.
awkward teenage phase.
Yuki, you wanna play? Sohei's no good at Old Maid, but he's really funny. No, I gotta give this back.
What's up with her?
I don't know, she's usually super sweet.
So, Yuki, what's up?
Oh.
Come on, talk to me. Wait up. Yuki, stop being dumb. Just tell me the truth.
About what?
Did I, make you mad or something?
No, you didn't.
You said I smell like a
Then you
dog.
hate me because I'm
Yeah,
the new
you
kid?
did.
Is that it?
Look, it's nothing, okay?
Then why are you running away from me?
I'm not running away.
I just like you and I don't know how to handle it.
Just running in a direction that's away, that's in a different
Her
one than you
emotions are
are.
taking over. She's gonna change. So not just like bad emotions. Of course,
Yeah,
she's excited
Strong
too.
emotions.
Strong emotions. He's gonna see it.
Leave me alone!
How come?
I mean it, okay?
What's wrong with
Let go of me!
Oh no! Holy cow! She scratched him as a wolf. Oh no! Did she take his ear off?
Hana, you got a phone call. Okay.
Oh my god!
This is Hana.
Oh crap. He really cares about her, but he shouldn't have been grabbing her like that.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm not asking.
If
will take you to court for everything you've got.
Please, Mrs. Fuji, I'm sure it won't come to that.
Stop jumping to her defense. My child is the one with the injury here.
Wolf.
What?
It was a wolf that did it.
Who? Does he know more about
It
this?
wasn't her, so lay off.
Sohei, what on earth are you saying?
He's covering for her.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A wolf?
Why would he hurt her?
I know he had a bandage on his head.
Wow, that's huge.
She's been
Saw it myself.
I feel like he has to know something about the wolf history or something to do that. Her problems
God,
are so
that's-
much harder.
That's so difficult.
I mean, you got the normal challenges, and then you got the freaking wolf. I don't want to say curse, but the wolf thing on top of that.
Oh no, is he traveling out to see her?
Yeah, right? He's cute. Don't hide in the house.
Oh. Where are you going, kid? There's literally nowhere to go.
He needs to run very far. What is that?
It's homework from Sohei.
So, hey.
So, hey.
Do you hate wolves now?
No, I think they're pretty cool.
Phew.
Feel the same way.
That was like a big question.
That was
If
a
you
test.
said no.
It was a mom test right there.
Yeah. Want to touch it? Don't be forceful.
I bet you he would have liked her box of skulls.
Does it hurt?
It itches.
Probably.
Well,
And her snake.
Oh, does anybody live up on the mountain?
No, why?
He's got a friend he calls his sensei. Whoever it is, I think they must be up there.
Doesn't ring a bell. This time of year, everyone's down here tending field.
When it comes to the mountain, Sensei knows everything. He's been up there a long time. I'm surprised you get along with somebody so much older. You should bring him home to visit, Ame. He sounds like quite a guy. I'd love to meet him.
Sensei's not much for people. Unlike the other animals, he doesn't come down here often.
I was gonna say.
I was gonna say, is that the
Then
wolf?
again, he'd probably be okay with you.
Huh. Like so spiritual.
It's old fox.
Yeah. A normal fox. Ew.
Ugh.
Here you go,
That's
POV again.
POV again. Yeah.
Woo.
Again with the music. I mean, geez.
I love it. I know.
It like, really just gets in you.
Yeah, me too. And he's like, "This is my lake." Oh, now he's really opening up. He's happy.
what it's been like for me.
What's with you?
You're going to school tomorrow, you hear me?
No way.
You're going or else.
I said no!
Kid's got a very deep voice for being prepubescent, by the way.
Uh-oh, they're gonna fight.
Fight?
They're gonna fight. Oh God. Guys. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
come on!
And Mom can't get involved because they're gonna hurt her.
It's gotten into you! Stop it!
You're destroying the whole house.
Your mom works so hard. And you're just like, you know what? Toss it out.
Oh my God.
Yuki, Ame! Please don't fight!
Holy crap! They're really going at it.
Oh no,
I mean, red eyes.
the shrine.
Wow. Yeah,
just a
right?
kid.
I keep thinking he's like
Wolf is an
15.
adult, but that's different. You're not a...
Say it. Oh, the rain. It got really loud. This is very deep. I mean...
It is.
Please.
I was like, can't they just bring the fox back and try to mend his leg and take care of him for a bit?
I know, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I know he's older, but... Be part of the family.
Interesting.
Not even helping. Help your mom.
He's getting the doors!
Yeah, I guess so, but like, I'm like, help me put them up. He's like slowly walking.
Look, he's a mystical child.
Yeah, he's really struggling.
Sorry, Mom.
He's gonna leave now.
What could he have to do?
Just run around the mountain. Does he have to
I'll
guard
pick it up right
something?
away.
A
Oh,
dangerous
Meg,
storm.
wanna
Like,
come
don't
with
leave your
me and pick
mom.
up Yuki?
He totally left.
Honey?
Yeah, he's gone.
That's very selfish. I'm sorry. Come on. Like, you're 10. You can...
Oh, Meg, where are you?
I don't know what duties this fox had.
I get that he's
Probably
more
not.
wolf and he's connected to nature, but I'm like... And it's supposed to be dramatic. But I think it's ridiculous he left then. Oh, man. It's your fault.
Yeah, this isn't the way he should have done it. I know he's more wolf, but
Yeah.
this is his family, his pack.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Bear.
crap. Yep, big bear. Well, hopefully her son comes back and has to protect her now, and now he's going to be in danger, too. Oh, yeah, especially when it's a mama bear.
She's also a mama bear. Mama wolf. Mama.
Yep.
What happens if no one comes to get us?
I guess we'll live at school.
But where would we sleep?
They've got those beds in the nurse's office.
What about food?
Go scrounge in the lunchroom.
And what if they never come for us? We just live here forever?
I'll get a job. Delivering papers or something.
You were just a kid. I was gonna hire you.
No problem.
She's gonna reign for
Just
no
smile.
school
He
ever
sounds
again.
so serious.
For middle school, right?
Jeez.
It's so dangerous to be out there in weather like this.
You know, he left. I didn't think he was that far away because he left. Oh, my God.
And on your own, too. Like, there's no one for miles.
Hopefully they're behaving.
They're hiding. I see her.
Oh, yeah, now he's here.
He's gone.
My heart was beating so fast. Hey, what were we hiding for?
She just did it because he said so.
Those are kids. It's fun.
It's like an ocean, waiting to drown me. So hey, were you serious about us living here?
If nobody shows up, we gotta.
They would.
Someone literally
Your
just
mom's
showed
gonna
up.
wait right now.
I know exactly.
Wouldn't she be?
I just have this fantasy. I want to live here. Oh, that's so cool.
That's good.
It was me.
When he's not even phased, he's like, I love you now.
I've wanted to tell you for so long now.
That's good. That's a good
That was so
transition.
neat. Yeah. Now you're mine.
All this time, I knew. Don't be afraid.
He's
Never
saying
told
that?
anyone. And I'm never gonna. You're safe. No more crying.
Oh, my protector.
I'm not crying. It's just rain.
I'm glad she told
Tears
them.
in the rain.
It's so beautiful.
Thanks, Sophie.
Oh, is she gonna connect with her husband? Maybe in spirit he came?
There you are. I was looking for
Because
you.
she's close to death?
Silly goose. Let's go back so we can pick up Yuki.
Oh, yeah, it's him. Oh.
I've watched over you the whole time.
Yeah, I know you have.
You've done a good job raising our kids.
Don't lie. I messed up a bunch.
I mean it, Hana. Yuki and Ame have both grown up fine.
No, you're wrong. Because Ame's lost. And I was looking for him. Ame?
Ame's fine, trust me.
But
He's an adult. He knows himself.
In Wolf World, I guess he's an adult.
I know.
Knows what
Wolf
he's
Years.
supposed to be.
Or
I know.
human.
Won't someone question that when he just disappears?
Yes.
What'd you
have
have?
I taught you? No.
He looks just like his dad. He just took off.
Wait!
Oh my gosh, she just lost her kid. Like, will he come back?
Don't go!
See, that's not the same as a kid moving. Your 10-year-old kid moving away somewhere.
Right?
This is where I belong. Oh. Oh, she knows.
He's right. You're where you belong!
God, the emotions! I need a hug. Give me a hug. I hope she's seen her son since. It's been years. It makes it sound like, oh, you don't want that? Okay. Just kidding.
Right, yeah, you think he could come down and visit.
Moved away from home to live in the dorms at the junior high school.
Oh, she's doing the same tradition.
Even now, she lives in that old house in the countryside,
Oh, the same.
but content.
I know, like, very alone. I'm a bit sad.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. That's a lot to take. Okay, but do we have scenes? The music was so loud and, like, so rich and so
Music
emotional.
was wonderful.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like it just like got inside of you and just like brought out. Gosh,
Yeah. Like, the way the singing was in the beginning. I know, I was thinking of, like, being in church or something, because I don't know how to describe it, but it was just so emotional all
it
the
was
way
powerful.
through. It was
Yes.
very powerful, yeah. But I like the pictures at the end. I'll keep it running, of course, just in case if there's something else that we might see. But, yeah, so first time watching a very good movie. Wolf Children, I didn't expect it to be like this real, to have like such deep meaning behind things. And, you know, it's so funny because my initial reaction seeing the guy in the beginning when he changed into a wolf, you know, like, I thought that was cool. I'm like, okay, he turned into a wolf. But immediately when they slept together and she slept with him because, like, as a wolf, I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to go there.
Oh,
And
we're in the kinky movie.
I know, it's like, oh, this is a kink of hers kind of thing. But, like, I've watched shows that, you know, I was kind of hoping that, like, someone that wasn't human, like, I'll just say, like, gargoyles or something, you know? It's like, you have, like, good relationships there where you have, like, Goliath and Elisa kind of thing. And so I'm like, okay, and I always wanted them to get together. And then there's so many other examples. Well, you know what? They kind of did also in the animated series at the way
They did a little bit, but they for sure, like, she had to, like, say it on record on the stand that she was, like, in love with him.
Oh, see, I want to read the comics. Yes, because I love
Not
the
related
series.
to this movie, but yes.
So I can totally rant about gargoyles because I love it.
know,
And we got
right?
quite a few requests for gargoyles too. And I was like, oh, I already saw it, but it's great. And my mom has seen it too. And we both love that series. So anyways, there's a lot of different examples of different stories that I absolutely love where you have like different species get together. Heck, Star Wars, there's a better example because you have a whole lot of everything going on there. So Kanan and Hera, like there's just so many examples. So anyways, like I was kind of shocked with myself with how much I was kind of uncomfortable in the beginning because I'm like, I think it's because I'm relating wolves to pets and I don't know. And I'm just like, she's sleeping with an animal. And it just, but it's not the same thing. I don't think because
No. I mean,
he's a human.
Like an adult human that can consent to stuff. So
he's an intelligent being that is, I want to say he's mainly human and he could turn into a wolf, but watching this entire movie, you can choose what you want to be. So it's like you're 50-50. And I was surprised both children separated because I thought the idea was that they had to accept both and they were going to figure out how to live with both. As both. And I thought that would be more fun, but this made it more dramatic. I mean, it was, I thought it was very sad because
super sad.
It was so super sad.
The pile of tissues next to me is telling me it's super sad.
I was in utter shock, as I'm sure everyone else was watching this movie when the dad died in the beginning. I was like, I don't know, I go through this shock and denial, like when I see something major happen, and I was like, okay, well, we don't know really much about this guy, so maybe his wolf self die, but his human will somehow, like, he'll just transform and his human side will still be alive. But no, like, just to throw that in our face when they're so in love, she has 2 little children, and she's just... happy, okay, well, he's missing, but okay, so what does that mean? Or he's late, he didn't show up yet. And I was like, okay, that's a little odd, but I didn't really think it was going to be something major. Like, holy crap. And just to, in the rain, him just in the water, that was so heartbreaking to see that. I mean, she can't even mourn properly in front of people. She goes up, and those guys are like, okay, hysterical woman crying over a wolf. Was this your pet or something? I mean, holy crap. I mean, you can't even bury him. You can't even say your proper goodbyes. And your 2 children are so freaking young. So
like that's what really hit you is like how realistic it was of her having to like raise these kids by herself and how tough that is.
Yeah. I mean, you have that, and that I can't even imagine doing, like, how difficult and challenging that must be. But now you have, like, wolf children. You have no one else that you can talk to. She prays to her husband, you know, and she has no clue. I mean, she's so good at researching things. Thank God she's motivated, but she has to be for her kids' safety, for their lives, and... I just love the story. I mean, I felt so helpless, and here she's just so positive. I'm just like, I'm going to get through this. And, you know, she broke down and she got emotional sometimes, but she really handled herself as best as she could, and it was impressive. I mean, all the stuff that she had to do, I mean, moving out into the countryside, and you don't have essentials around you. You got to do your own stuff, and you have to travel very far, and she did that with young kids, and food and whatnot, like back and forth, like wow, like what a life to lead. And she still tried her best to stay happy for her kids. And she was happy too, because she wanted them to live their best life. But it's just a lot to handle. And I really felt all of that throughout this whole entire movie.
For sure.
Everything she went through.
The effort that she had to go through.
I mean, the house alone, like we saw the steps she went through. And wow, I mean, to go to the country, get technically a free house, you got to pay for repairs and stuff. Because like you said, they want to motivate you to move there. So that's very interesting, makes sense. And heck yeah, like, I mean, it's easier said.
Yeah.
But moving to a huge house and then you got to do all the repairs and stuff, but then you got to think about money. Thank God she had good savings. I mean, she had to have something pretty decent for a while to do all the repairs and take care of kids and,
yeah,
and not have a job for a bit. But yeah, I just felt exhausted watching her. And so anyways, like, to have wolf children and not have any guidance on what to do about the wolf part, like, I didn't expect them to be so divided, where they are human, but they are definitely wolf as well, like wild wolf, like a normal out in the forest wolf. So I was thinking, okay, you have this humanoid, this human who can transform into a wolf. He's not a werewolf, but I thought like the wolf was just, a cool transformation that I don't want to say didn't mean anything, but he wasn't like a wild wolf.
That it was, yeah.
He was mainly human.
No, that it really was. It's like, here is like the wolf part of me versus the human part of me.
Yeah.
I feel like you could read a lot of things into that, like, nature and versus city and stuff like that. Or even with the kids, you could probably read into like, or use it as a metaphor for a lot of things, like various disabilities or stuff like that. But like, just by itself, it works. Like having to hide yourself or not fitting in or all that stuff, like, that they had to go through just to...
Yeah. I mean, again, an incredible story, and I can't even imagine, because I'm sure a lot of people could relate to this. I mean, not the wolf part, but just everything, like all the other struggles that they went through, like I was just so shocked, like how the heck are they going to get through all this, I love the animation in this. It's very different from any other animation I've seen. I mean, it is an anime style, I guess.
It's very fluid.
It's very fluid. It, like you said, I like what you said, where it was like loose.
Yes.
Where it had a little bit of energy, but it was just very loose, like you said. And I feel like there were more frames drawn for the characters to make them even smoother, because the backgrounds were so real. I mean, they almost look like photographs most times. Like the lighting.
The gym.
Yeah, the gym was cool with the reflection there.
And then floor and how it was like.
Yeah, and it looked like they were above the floor, because sometimes like the gym floor could be really reflective, where it's like an extra layer of like glass or something that looks like that. So with them walking on top of it, they did that on purpose, where it looks like they're almost floating on the glass.
Yeah.
It's a gym floor, but it looks like they're walking on glass almost. And I just thought that was kind of neat. But like the rain, just the landscapes, but usually like in the bluer tones and stuff, like you just had in the night scenes, there was so much depth to those where it looked like a freaking photograph. And I gotta say, like, our old roommate from college, Marjan. Hi, Marjan, we miss you so much. You have to join us here. You have to come join us, react with us. Now, she is an amazing artist, and she's an illustrator. She paints very realistically. Like, we used to joke in college because you couldn't, like, jokingly but not, like, you couldn't tell what was a painting, what was a photograph. Like, she could just take her painting, put it next to a photo, and I used to joke and be like, hey, and I couldn't tell the difference. And one time she painted crayons that were so realistic.
I was going to bring up the crayons.
Remember that one?
She brought them to class, and people were like, who's making stuff with crayons over here? And, like, would go to hit the crayons, and there was no crayons there.
I know, that's how good she was, not kidding. Like, I hope she still has that, because I would love to have, like, a picture of it to show you guys. But I used to joke, and then she left it in our apartment like on the table for a few days because she cracked up because I'd go over and be like, hey, crayons, as a joke. And I'd be like, oh, because it was just a painting. But I mean, she was just incredible at doing that. So anyways, even though the style was a bit different here, it kind of reminded me of her because of the realism of it, you know? So that was very neat to see. And then you had these characters that were, I mean, they were well drawn, but they were a little bit more basic in style. And I think the fluidity of like how much more emotion there was, I felt like with the characters, that it worked well. I mean, it worked well anyways, but you know, sometimes the backgrounds were just so real that I think the extra movement the characters had just worked very well with it and made everything feel more
the contrast
real.
really was nice.
Yeah, because there was a lot more like action, a lot more movement happening with follow through, and you know, it was very elegant, and I just loved watching it. And the kids
like this?
too.
Is this what it was?
Yeah,
like?
this is how they were all the time, you know. But the kids, like, you had them running around like this all the time, you know, and it was just so cute. And that was like a main style that a lot of the children did, and that the older kids did.
The transformations too, back and forth, like just felt so natural.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of the husband or whatever, the dad, when he first changed his hand, that felt really like weird and gross.
I know, and I think they did that to freak us out because maybe we were supposed to feel like Hannah and be like, what? And I'm glad she accepted him, but I didn't know what to expect, so that kind of like threw me off and freaked me out. And then when you jumped right to them in bed together, and not only are they this is happening right now, because I just thought this was going to be a long time, like a, you know, all the way, like the whole movie was going to be about them, you know, so I thought we had plenty of time for them to hook up later on maybe. And then he's a wolf guy, and I was just like, oh. So that really made me like a little uncomfortable, and I'm like, okay. But their love story was so pure.
It was so cute.
And I really, you know, just loved them. And so it made his death like even more tragic, you know. And that scene where she ran after her son in the forest and got injured and was able to connect with him again, and like her dead husband again, and hug him, and you know, that was a very intimate scene that you don't always see a lot in animation, and it was well done, right? Because like you had their faces so close, and they're just touching each other, and we're staying on that scene for so long.
They kind of do like a little like nose kiss, you know, like
and grabbing or touching, and that was a very intimate like live action scene. I've never seen that in animation, so I think that was well done, because that really got me crying a bit, because I was like, oh, so I'm glad that she was able to see him again, but I'm like, I really hope she didn't die here. I hope he's gonna help her wake back up so she can find Ame. But Ame saving her, I'm glad he did. And again, I get the idea, you know, that he's a wolf now and he's old enough because he's 10 years old, but I'm kind of joking, but
10.
Because he's a wolf, so it's different. But you know, there's so many questions there about being a wolf guy. Like, do you age the same as humans do? If you decide to be a wolf, are you only going to live like wolf years? Are you going to still live human years? Like, what happens there? So in wolf years,
these are all very good practical questions.
Right? I know, but I guess we're not supposed to overthink that. So he is where he's supposed to be. His mom is happy about that. But I was really upset at Ame for taking off. He got very like, you know, dark and quiet, and he just left. And he left at the worst possible time in this really bad storm. His mom got severely injured and could have died, and he slowly walked off with her yelling at him, calling for him. Like, you're still very intelligent. I mean, I get you have these instincts drawing you out there, but you gotta like rule this mountain or whatever. But I'm like, your mom's gonna follow you. You know your mom. She's gonna follow you. She asked you not to leave. 5
seconds.
Yeah, like, talk to her, because you're going in this terrible storm. She's gonna follow you and possibly die because she doesn't know the terrain like you do, and you could probably survive a lot better because you're a wolf and you've been out there and whatnot. But anyway, so I didn't like how he handled that, but letting that go, you know, it was supposed to be very dramatic and bittersweet. You're supposed to be happy for him. He was in his element.
I said it during the movie, but like, what duties did he have in that specific moment that he had to be out there. It's not like wolves go out there and save the baby birds or something.
You see this rock and this stick? It's mine. This is mine. This is mine.
He could have waited. He could have waited like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if he's like controlling the animals or something, like it's his territory. So I know he's like wise, like the fox was really wise and just showing you how beautiful the landscape is, and there's so much to see. But yeah, like you have time to view all this and check it all out.
Yeah.
I mean, I just, unless he had to like rule the animals, like rule the bears because there was aggression up there and he wanted to help the humans too by
Maybe?
like something more dire. He didn't have that, but like if he had something more dire to go at that moment to like kind of help people or animals, like it'd be like, all right. But in this case, he was just like, the fox is going to die. I need to take his place.
I need to take his place.
Yeah.
King of the mountain.
You know, I love seeing the fox, and again, it's interesting because there's just so many questions I want to know about this human wolf species. And then you have like a fox, a wild fox that doesn't change into a human, but just as intelligent. Like it's teaching him things.
Able to talk to the wolf.
Yeah, because he's a wolf, so he could talk fox,
Maybe.
but he's still a lot more intelligent. So, and then that wolf that was in that cage, I thought they would have more of a connection because when he said he had a wise friend or mentor or sensei,
That was
yeah, I thought it was
funny.
going to be the wolf. I know, I'm like, it has to be the wolf, and I'm like, no. Now I feel bad because that wolf was sad and he never left this cage. I thought like somehow they were going to release him, and it was going to be like a friend that hangs out in their property or something. You know, I don't know, that huge property.
I loved how she was just like, oh, excuse me, Mr. Wolf, can you teach me what I can help? Like, I don't know how to teach my son how to be a wolf. Can you help me out with that? I'm like, that wolf's not going to answer you.
I know, and I started like laughing a little bit there, but at the same time,
it's not going to say anything.
well, yes, I know, because I was like, oh my god, can you imagine the wolf going,
Like, oh, why? Yeah,
or like
sure.
snapping at them or something? But you know, the way they handled it in this film, though, I mean, I really started, like, I was laughing a little bit there, but then I started to feel it, and I'm like, okay, and like maybe he will start talking or something, because I really enjoy the mystery behind it all, and I wanted to know, I wanted more answers for, like, why there was, like, a human wolf species, and there's more definitely to figure out, and I thought that wolf, like, understood her or something, and maybe was, like, a different branch of the original family that could change, and he could understand humans, but maybe like way down the road he was like half human too, and then maybe he made that choice like Ame, and I don't know, but no, they didn't even go there with that. So
no,
but now so now going to Yuki, you know, she was freaking adorable, and I enjoyed her story a lot. Like we were focused more on her
for a lot of it. Well, she's so brazen,
outgoing.
You know, she takes up
brazen's
that
a better word.
Yes,
that's a good word for her, because she definitely is. And you know, her deciding to go to school, she definitely struggled. I thought she was going to have more problems turning into a wolf, and she was going to get caught. The public, like people were going to find out. Mm-hmm. And then cause trouble for their family, and somehow they were going to help save the village, and then everyone would be happy, kind of thing. But no, like she decided she wanted to be a human, and she stayed a human. And I love how she told Sohei and how understanding he was. I really like that. It was a little sappy, but it was so cute. And this movie is sappy, but it just. Yeah, and just the flowing fabric, like the curtains going in front of her.
That was gorgeous, the way that the fabric would go, and she'd change, and you'd see the silhouette of the ears.
Mm-hmm. And when she changed, like, sometimes they're more wolf, sometimes they're more human when they change, and she was more human there with subtle wolf features. Yeah. You know, so it was showing, like, you know, because she can really control fully, like, how much she transforms. And
she's a lot more like her dad.
Yeah. And I mean, for Ame to fully change into a wolf and look just like his dad, that was like, it was cool to see that, but I was really sad about it. But and he looks like an adult wolf now too. He's like, 10 years old. I'm like 18 and both years, whatever. So, but yeah, so Yuki and Sohei, I really like their story, and they're still really young, but I think, you know, it resembled her parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really adorable, and how understanding he was, where they almost had like love at first sight too, where he was really drawn to her, and she wasn't just being bashful. She didn't know how to handle those emotions, and she knew the wolf was going to come out, and so that's why she kept running away from him. But he just kept chasing her, and I just like that. You know, they're just so drawn to each other. It's just, I can't help it.
Part of it too was, you know, he had mentioned, "Oh, you smell like dog," kind of thing, and he wasn't trying to be like insulting.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
no, he wasn't
being very matter of fact about it. Like, "Oh, I assumed you had dogs. You smell kind of like a dog."
Yeah, it's just a funny thing to say, but yeah, it was truly not an insult. Yeah,
but like that triggers that self-consciousness of like preteen. Like suddenly you're aware of yourself. Suddenly you're aware of the things that you do. Like people like look at them and judge them, and you know, that all of us go through. She's like, obviously, I think she liked him from the beginning and just knew, like, I have this secret, and if he knows about it, he won't like me, and he already has smelled like this dog scent on me.
Yeah,
like I think that's what she was afraid of, that he would know.
Yeah,
she just got all into herself.
Yeah, she got really overwhelmed about it, and that's a lot of pressure. So it was definitely that, and also she was so afraid that if anyone found out at the school, she'd get kicked out and they'd have to move. For
sure.
So there's so many worries there, and the fact that like Sohei just had a feeling that there was something not off about her, but like that there was something more going on. And how he just knew she was a wolf. I mean, again, the way they handle this film, though, makes it so believable. And if you just, like, go along for the ride,
yeah, you totally do.
You know, because it sounds so sappy. Like, if I told someone about this, and I'm like, oh, yeah, like, this guy just knew she was a wolf girl, and he just really loved her, and he was so serious, and, like, somehow I just always knew. But they were just fated to be together. I love a good love story, so I think they're freaking adorable, and I'm happy that, you know, he seems committed. Because once she confessed, I'm like, this isn't just a confession. He's yours for life now. That's how I take it.
For life.
Yes, right? Yeah. So however old she is, like, yeah, it starts young. But, yeah, so their story was really fun. And Hana, I mean, you know, I'm happy for her, but I was really sad for her at the end. I mean, I'm glad she
positive.
Gave up
so much for those kids, and like year 12, they're both gone.
Yep. Yeah. And at least like Yuki, she was closer to her mom, and she understood her mom more, and you know, was more concerned when she was struggling. Yeah, when she was struggling, like trying to garden, stuff around the house. Like, she would go up to her and be like, are we going to starve? Like, she had legitimate concerns, and she was aware of certain things. Yeah, more awareness of things. So I'm glad she had a good connection to kind of, like, help out where she could, instead of just being a crazy kid wolf child, you know? Because I just think that would be a lot more complicated to deal with, as we saw. They did
wreck the house.
Yeah, I mean, once they got... That was a crazy fight. I mean... It was a good scene to have, because you really see their wild side, where it gets to a point of, not only do I have kids with no dad around, but they are wild animals. I mean, you have these big wild animals, you know, like I've seen videos, people can have raccoons and bobcats, which can also be very scary if they, you know, get aggressive, but you have freaking wolves as kids, and they're getting big now, and you can't control that. So I was worried that Hana was going to go break up the fight, and she was going to get attacked, because once those instincts kick in, like, they just see red. You know, they're not thinking about, you know, a hand coming in, because when you see a dog fight, they tell you not to reach your hand in. I mean, that's your automatic reaction. But you can't do that, because they're just seeing red. They're just full on instinct at that moment. So anyways, like...
That's definitely sibling fight energy, too.
It was. It had a mix of that.
You're trapped in a house with someone that you're just, you know, you didn't choose. You were just born to be trapped in a house with this person for years on end, until finally it just...
It just blows up, and you know, and like just them attacking each other like that too, like a bit more aggressive and stuff. I mean, I know siblings can get pretty aggressive if they wanted to, but that was like another level, I think. And anyways, yeah. So I like the different steps and changes we saw throughout this film on like how a wolf child grows up, what they go through.
So one of the things I noted as soon as they said it, because I'm like, this is going to be important. I know it's going to be important somehow. Right in the beginning, when they met in class, they were going over Socrates and saying, I know nothing except for my own ignorance. And then the whole movie, you see Hana go through and like realize the stuff she doesn't know and go out to try to find it.
You know,
like she's constantly going to libraries and picking up books and all of that, learning from people.
That's actually a really good point. So do you think like she got motivated from that? Like, because we grew with this movie. I mean, she was in school before and she was getting lessons. Like, that's who we started with. And then she got married. We assume she got married to him, but either way, she had kids with him. And then we watched them grow up. So, yeah, I mean, that feels like a lifetime ago, which it was, you know? So, yeah, so she learned that. Probably from that, got motivated.
She's an example of that, too, because, like, you don't learn unless you know you don't know something, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, if you're sure you've got it, you know, you're perfect. You don't need to know anything. You don't go out and experience it and try to gather more information and learn it. Where she was always constantly doing that. She was aware of the fact that there's things she didn't know, and she went to go find it.
Yep.
Went to go find that knowledge.
I mean, even like people who don't know something, like they give up quick, you know? Like if there's something really, really challenging that you just can't get right, like she kept failing at so many things, but she had no choice. And, you know, but she's that kind of person. She's just so motivated. Yeah. And again, for her kids, but I think it's her as well, you know, where she, I think she'd keep trying even without her kids if she didn't have kids. Now, I like the neighbor. What was his name? I wrote it down. Nirosaki.
I write his name down.
Nirosaki.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great.
I don't remember who he reminds me of.
I know. You know, I was thinking Full Metal Alchemist Scar, but I'm like, no. I was trying to think of like an older guy with like gray hair, silver hair.
Cora, Bolin, and Mako have like a gym guy, and I was like, he wears like a little towel around him, but I don't know if that's who I'm thinking of.
I don't think so, but he does kind of look like he's an animated character. I'm thinking of course, not a real person, but I'm not quite sure. But he does have like that familiar look. And if you guys want to comment who you think he looks like, please let us know. Now, I enjoyed his character, and I assumed he was going to have a bigger role.
He kind of dropped off after.
Yeah. I mean, he gave her good lessons, like really, really good life lessons and stuff on how to garden, and then you share with the community, and then they trade, and I think that's a great thing. And I thought, like, eventually you were going to see him at the house, like, staying with the family, visiting, and, you know, he could still be a grumpy old man, but I thought he would do more of that, you know?
I don't know what she's going to tell people about her kid being gone.
You know, again, there's a lot of things you just got to let go, because I was going to go down that rabbit hole, and I was like, you know, she was questioned before. They were trying to break into her house, and they're like, well, what about your kids? Like, you won't even let us in. Is there neglect? You're making us think that. And she's like slamming the door on people. And then her kids can decide just not to go to school, and it seems like they do that a lot, and then they don't go for a while, and Ame hasn't gone in a long time. Just come today. And
I don't know what the laws are in Japan. Because there's truancy laws here in America, but that doesn't mean that there's truancy laws over there. So maybe you can just give up at 10.
I don't know. You're out in the countryside, they don't really pay attention or cares, but I don't know. But yeah, it's just very freeing, you know? So I'm like, okay, and now Ame's just going to be gone. What happened to Ame? And it's just sad, because, okay, he wants to be a wolf, but I'm like, go visit your freaking mom. Go visit her. Just hang out. You know, you don't have to, like, what are you doing out in the wild all this time? Like, I don't understand why you can't just come over,
just
visit.
Like, pop by, say hi.
I'm going to kill those squirrels. I'm going to howl at the moon.
Tell the boar to stay out of her potatoes.
Yes. I got to control the animals, make sure they don't get into all the gardens and whatnot. But, yeah, so. Anyways, I really did enjoy this. Very different from what I thought it was going to be about. I mean, again, wolf children. I wasn't quite sure. I just thought wolf, like wolf pups. And maybe a person was going to bring up wolf pups or something. And I mean, again, it's like an anime or Japanese animation. So, you know, they can have very original ideas and very unique, extreme ideas. So I did also think, okay, wolf children, that maybe a human could possibly transform into a wolf or a werewolf or something. But I didn't think like this. Like, this is more
This
separated.
emotional,
It's very emotional.
parenting
The music,
movie.
yeah, parenting movie, yes. And again, like the music, like you said, was just so
The music
rich
is so
and loud.
Good.
Yeah, if the story itself didn't make you cry, the music was definitely gonna put you over the edge because it really did a great job with that.
Really, like, I felt like it was ripping at me every time when it would like swell and you'd just be like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kept getting teary-eyed through it. Fun scenes that I really enjoyed out of many was when Yuki was like having a temper tantrum and she would like yell at her mom as a kid, and you kind of like had that fishbowl look aerial view. Yeah, and then she just turns into the wolf and runs around. And you said something about the transitioning, which I really enjoyed that too, where they would change from human to wolf and vice versa. I think that was so smooth and fun because it would take you a moment to figure out like when they would actually change, and just like the way they would do certain scenes of them running in the woods and then a tree. They like bypass a tree and then they would all of a sudden be a wolf, or kicking off the clothes once they were free, wolf style, you know. Really enjoyed those scenes as well. I really good humor.
Liked that they didn't switch personalities. Their personalities are the same, but when they started out, like, Yuki was the one that was, oh, wolf this, wolf that. I gotta go out and do like hunt and gotta do this, and I gotta run around and be a wolf. Mm-hmm. And Ame was the one who was gonna be like, I'm gonna stay here with mom, be like sad and stuff. And then by the end of it, Yuki was the one who wanted to be out with the humans. She was like, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to be a human with the rest of them, and Ame's the one who's out there doing the hunting and stuff. I thought that was a fun little flip.
Yeah, it was a great flip, and the more we saw Ame being a wolf, he was more alive. And when he almost died in the water, and he was so pale, and he's talking to his mom, his color started coming back just because he was talking about how alive he felt when he went after that bird, and he wasn't afraid of anything. So it was showing us that he was so meek and just different because he was not in his element ever. He was always uncomfortable with everything. So in that way, I love seeing them develop and become completely different people. You never know what your kids are going to want. And I'm sure a lot of parents watching this film can really relate to it, because taking the wolf stuff out, there's a lot of true, problems, a lot of big challenges you go through when your kids leave home, move away. You never know, like, you want the best for them, but you don't know what they're going to want down the road,
Yeah.
Kids, as little kids, they're going to want one thing. They might stick with it, but most likely they won't. They're going to want something completely different. So there's just so many different, scenarios, so many different things that could happen. And And
they said that when they had Yuki, they're like looking at her together, and they say, what's she going to be? She could be anything. And she just said, I just want them to be happy.
Yep, she did.
That's all she wants.
And just to have her realize that at the end when she's like crying for Ame and say like, don't go, that was an emotional scene too. And then she realized, like, once he took off, because he knew he had to break away from her because he was even getting emotional as the wolf.
Yeah.
And he had to go because he knew, like, if I don't go now, I'm not gonna. So when he left and howled, and then her emotions, you see her smile through her tears, like, that was a good scene to be like, okay, yes, this is exactly what I wanted for my children, and he's happy. This is where he needs to be. So very well told. Oh my God, how deep this goes. And I can't get over the concept. It's just such a great story. And it's something you gotta watch. I mean, you can't explain this to someone who hasn't seen it before. Really? I mean, they just have to have the experience, because it's a very different feel just going for it.
It's about a mom raising her wolf children.
Yeah. And she falls in love with this wolf guy, and then they have wolf pups, but she's human.
And I'd be like, all right, enough of the furry stuff.
Yeah, I know, furries. So thank you guys so much for watching with us. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this movie. Anything you'd like to add, Jessica?
I'm going to be all puffy tomorrow.
I'm sorry, you were crying a lot, right? Yeah. I was crying a bit, but you're so awesome, I know. Yeah, it was pretty emotional, but very good. So I love you, Jessica. Thank you for letting me torment you and make you cry today. But it's always a pleasure having you here. So until next time, guys, please subscribe. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Got an itch.
Oh, no.